Tuna shida moja nchini yetu, Kenya yetu, ni kwamba we complain all the time. We grumble all the time. Let us look at opportunities and let us not grumble. Hivi leo already we have 6,200 positions available. We need about 1,000 nurses, 200 doctors, 200 caregivers, we need 200 truck drivers, masons, carpenters, mechanics, technicians, water, dental assistants, engineers, motor vehicle repair people, cook assistants, security, plant operators. We need drivers, both male and female. People in construction, we need 2,200 riders. Riders ni mtu wa bodaboda, mtu wa nduthi. Tumewatafutia kazi. Ndio wanataka watu wa nduthi kule Dubai. Kazi yako itakuwa si kubeba watu huko, hapo watu wabebu na nduthi huko.
The labor ministry is quite huge. It's huge, both locally and internationally. The labor ministry has a lot that it can do for Kenyans as we speak today. One of them is the protection of the current workers that we have in this country. Now, to most of the Kenyans, it is surprising to have honorable, let me call him honorable, former governor Alfred Mutua as we speak today as the Labor Cabinet Secretary. Alfred Mutua, he was working before in one of the ministries and he was incompetent. William Ruto felt like probably the problem is the ministry, it is not Alfred Mutua. He shifted him to labor. Now in labor, how many of you hear Alfred Mutua speak other than when agents have presented to him a number of jobs that are available in Qatar? Let's scrutinize these jobs clearly here on this video here today. If you go to Qatar, for instance, the people who have been there say you work for long, huge amount of work, and the payment, of course, is not commensurate to the efforts you make, and the conditions there are very tough in that you don't even mingle. What is the difference between that and neocolonialism? Simply, it is the latest now colonialism that we have, but now voluntarily happening, where you are forced because of the circumstances to be a slave in another country. You literally go work, so that at least you can earn a living to take care of your children. Now, to make matters more worse, this kind of slavery is being championed by none other than the Cabinet Secretary of the Republic of Kenya, Alfred Mutua. Alfred Mutua, in that video, as you've heard, is calling Kenyans to be always complaining, not focused. Now him is the sober guy who has seen opportunities abroad. Now he's coming to tell Kenyans that there are 6,000 of them who should go there and work. To an extent that he is even seated down there, literally following the process on how it is happening. Things that have been happening without him in office. How many agents as we speak today are in the country? Let's talk of Eldoret. Taking people to Qatar, Finland, places like Mauritius, go to Australia, US, Canada, so many of them. And all of these things are happening without the help of the Cabinet Secretary. Now, because there's no other work that he's doing in office, he has sorted out maybe to some of these, he has sought some of these agents, provide him with the data of the people, the work they have. So he shows up in an exercise that they advertise funnily so that at least people can show up so many and they can appear to be working. That's basically what Alfred Mutua, the competent, according to William Ruto, Cabinet Secretary. Then we ask ourselves, does William Ruto really mean well for this country when you have a CS like Alfred Mutua on board simply coming to take other kids abroad? As if that is not enough, let's assume that now our jobs are entirely outside Kenya. The government has created jobs outside Kenya. They can't create within the country. There's no environment. Now Alfred Mutua is claiming to be taking Kenyans there. Those in Saudi Arabia and many other parts of this country, many other parts of this world, they have experienced so many numerous challenges. One of them is mistreatment, poor payments, a lot of work. Actually, others are not even allowed to mingle, no communications, passports confiscated, What has Alfred Mutua done, as far as this is concerned, to fix some of these problems that Kenyans abroad are experiencing? When I look at Alfred Mutua's incompetence, I feel bad that William Ruto still retains this gentleman in office. I feel terribly bad about it, because I feel that, is William Ruto really a PhD holder the way it says? If you bring people like Alfred Mutua, if there is someone who was mdomo tamu tamu, it is Alfred Mutua. Speaks but does nothing. One time when he was in Machakos County, Alfred Mutua left Machakos for a tour of almost a month plus to simply go and get investors. And they said it several times that he's getting investors to Machakos. Until the Senate of Machakos then complained, until even actually the governor himself, the party leader, I think by then it was not even the party leader, but Kalonzo Musyoka himself came out and spoke about it, demanded an answer of where Alfred Mutua was. And the fact remains that there's no investor that came to Machakos, not even one. During that time that you can say an investor came maybe to manufacture cars or produce this and that within Machakos, not even one. But according to Alfred Mutua, he was looking for investors. How dare you do that to the people of Machakos? And you're a governor. He left there the legacy behind it that he built a White House in Kenya for governors who are coming to reside there and do things there. That is what is the only thing that is happening in Machakos. Having a huge office while there are no roads. Spending billions of money on a project that is not necessary as such. The same Alfred Mutua, according to his credentials, William Ruto feels like he's fit to be the cabinet secretary of this country, and then you expect Kenya to go far. Just as if that is not enough, Alfred Mutua one time came and announced that Haiti people, when he was under Foreign Affairs Ministry, that Haiti leadership has come begging, please Kenyans, give us police officers to help us man our people. That actually led to him getting even sacked from that position. But you can see the type of leadership that he offers. And then still go ahead and retaining this guy in an office. I watched the video by Murara Kibaso, and it was very painful, where he was saying that a gentleman was confessing that they were asked to pay money of about 50,000 each. And this money did not eventually help them. They were promised to go abroad, but ever since, the cabinet secretary has been quiet. Until now, when he showed up at a function where people were being recruited to go to Qatar and other places for 6,000 jobs out of the millions that we have in this country. Things that can happen without using of public funds or the government being present. Things that have been happening. And then it is just simply to show off that he's working, simply to have a platform and speak, simply to have a place to show that he's smart, yet he's not. Ladies and gentlemen, Alfred Mutua really confuses me, and I feel sad actually when I look at Alfred Mutua. Whenever he speaks, whenever he has a message to pass to Kenyans, there's nothing significant that he says. There's nothing important completely that he says to Kenyans. I don't know what's your take as far as this ministry is concerned. Please let me see in the comment section what you think, whether Alfred Mutua is doing a good job or not.